Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Mobile Field Service Management, Reducing Costs and Your Carbon Footprint. Today's presentation will be given by Giuseppe Felice, Business Development Manager at Resco, and his presentation promises to be well worth the listen. Before we get started, here are some quick administrative points. During the webinar, if you have questions for Giuseppe, please submit them in the Q&A box on your screen, and these will be answered during the question portion of the session. Likewise, for any technical issues, please write them into the Q&A box and we'll get to them right away. The widgets on your screen can be resized and dragged around for your viewing preferences. We encourage you to visit the Resource Center on your screen for additional content and resources we and our sponsors have provided for you. So make sure you're sitting comfortably, and I'll now hand it over to Giuseppe so we can begin.
Thank you, Nicole. And hello, everyone. Greetings. I hope you can hear me well. My name is Giuseppe, and I'll be your host for today. I'm very glad to speak to you about the company I work for, Resco, and how we've helped companies from the energy sector really boost the productivity of their field workers through digitalization and mobility. So maybe we could start by explaining my role here at Resco. So I'm responsible for UK, Nordics, and MEA areas. And my job really consists of communicating directly with clients. I learn their processes and their pain points, and then we discuss how we can improve them with the help of Resco technology. So here's just some facts about Resco for those who don't know. So we've been on the market for 21 years now. And over this time, we've built relationships with over 600 partners in 100 countries that know and implement our solution on a daily basis. And to date, we're happy to say that we have over 250,000 users worldwide. So we got 2 offices. Our main headquarters, where I'm located, is in Bratislava, Slovakia, where we really focus on Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia. And another office in Boston, Massachusetts, where they focus on the Americas. So here are some of our clients in the energy sector. You may recognize ConocoPhillips, MHI Vestas, which I'll be speaking about in the following slides. But first, you can see Microsoft, who are actually partners and clients of Resco. We've been cooperating as partners since 2018, and our solution is fully integrated into Microsoft Dynamics 365. So now I would just like to present our case study with the MHI Vestas about how we integrated the mobility for their field workers. This case study consists of the 3 following parts. The first would be the business challenge. Second, the solution. And third part is just some facts and figures about the project. So let's start with the business challenge. So with many offshore wind turbine farms, MHI Vestas has fast expanded from 250 to 3,000 employees, many of which are technicians handling maintenance of the turbines. And their maintenance team work in really challenging conditions, as all their turbines are at sea, and they can't really rely on any stable network connectivity. Also, the requirements of climbing into the turbine, technicians must be mobile, and they're not able to use a laptop nor a sheet of paper while trying to repair a blade. So, and how was Resco able to solve this challenge? So what we offered them was a flexible, fully offline working app for their field technicians. Even offline, while on turbines out at sea, the mobile app allows technicians to access and work with company data on a phone or tablet, helping them throughout the maintenance process and having access to all the required docs needed to complete the job. So how was the feedback? Well, we had a supervisor saying he felt like Santa Claus when introducing the solution to the field technicians. Some of the field technicians also even came to shake his hand after the first workshop, saying that this is actually a good tool. This is something that we really could use, and it will help us in our daily work. And I think this is the best type of feedback you can get. Now, here's just the facts and figures of the project. In the case of MHI, the fastest project took only 14 days from the first workshop until going live, releasing completely new functionality in the app. And a nice bonus, they were able to save 90% of the allocated budget. It was very well received across the company, and they've been our client since 2017. Now, I would like to talk more specifically about the set of tools Resco features. Our software basically allows any industry to go digital and use it for any use case. We provide a set of ready-to-go modules that can be easily implemented and adjusted. So here's just a brief overview. So when it comes to Resco Field Operation Solution, it's more than just an app. It's a complete solution in your hands, which comes with many pre-built modules that you can combine together and obtain exactly what you need. We have over 100, but just to name a few, we could start with the digital smart checklist that can be completely customized, removing paper forms. We can customize the whole look and feel of the app, depending on business unit or role. We also can customize dashboards to view KPI. We have modules to handle team management. For example, a scheduler where you can assign tasks to your resources or field technicians. We can run mobile reports, which can also be customized and sent to the final destination directly from the app. And all these functionalities are available offline, as well as API connectors for third-party system integration. Now, here's just some use cases that we see from the energy industry. So we see often asset maintenance, which I prepared a small demo to show you after the presentation. Incident reports, health safety procedures, work orders and sales orders, quality check, and inspections. Now, actually, I would like to play a short video from one of our partners, Sognos, from Australia. They couldn't be here with us live today, but they were kind enough to record a video explaining how they went about implementing an inspection use case for one of our clients. So I really hope you enjoy the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Miloni and I'm from Sognos Solutions. We are an organization based in Sydney, Australia, and we recognize ourselves as systems integrators and implementers working on different technology platforms such as Resco and Dynamics 365. Now, our journey with Resco has been a long one for around 5 years, working on different projects. And recently, we have started working together on our first Resco inspections project that I'm very keen to talk about today. But before we start, I would like to introduce everyone to our core team. So Rick is our business lead who takes care of our business development and operations. Kunal is our delivery lead who works very tightly with our team and the customers to deliver the successful outcomes in all our projects. And I'm a field services consultant. I work with my colleagues here on shore and offshore to deliver the right solution. Now, without further ado, I would like to jump on to our main topic of discussion today, which is about our story of implementing Resco inspections for this organization. Now, due to a non-disclosure agreement that we have signed with the customer, we are unable to disclose their name, but this organization is a global organization. They're market leaders in measuring and process technologies, and they're very highly specialized in the field of systems engineering and design. This organization is quite process-driven as it relies on a lot of manufacturing and production as well. And they have a team of about 240 employees Australia-wide. Knowing all this, it is not very hard to imagine how important it is for them to follow processes or conduct day-to-day inspections. Until now, they have been relying on Excel and Word for managing the inspections operations on field and in their workshops. However, as we can imagine, capturing data or information or any checklist records into Excel or Word doesn't give us an ability to generate reports or track what are the statuses of these inspections. Apart from this, there is a lot of redundant tasks that need to be done by the managers and the inspectors as well, while filling out or producing the final reports that are to be sent to the customers. Hence, the business realized there is a real need for a more sophisticated system. And here we are in the process of deploying Resco inspections and field services for them. Now, the main intent behind choosing Resco inspections was because their requirement was something where they were not after a system which is just going to produce some fancy inspections or questionnaires, but they also wanted a system that can manage these inspections, track these inspections, make sense out of the data that is filled in these inspections, and also manage their workforce. So Resco inspections, along with field services, will not only manage or enable their workforce, but also their back office or workshop managers as well. This, like I said, will also help them the ability to schedule and track the work orders that are embedded with these inspections as well. Further, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to keep the customer informed. It is quintessential for our customer to provide their customers with inspection report of every inspection that they perform. And the managers earlier used to spend the majority of their time in generating these reports, like I said. However, now with the very flexible report designer in Resco, all of the reports can be configured in any required format and presented to their customers at a click of a button. In our opinion, of course, one of the key features or the game changers for them was how easily it is to configure these questionnaires in Resco inspections. But it doesn't end there. Our customer had a very complex requirement of auto-populating information and generating reports based on multiple inputs and multiple conditions. However, with the ability and the flexibility to create all of these rules, just by configuring some on-save and on-load and on-change functions, we were able to easily accommodate these requests. Also, with all of these rules, we project that this is going to take immense amount of time from the manager's shoulder to fill in all the redundant data over and over again. Lastly, as I mentioned, as this organization is very much process driven, we've also implemented quite a lot of workflows to automate these processes and at the same time increase their efficiency. This is our story so far. We are in the process of rolling out these questionnaire modules, the first set, to the users, and with an intent that the organization actually also plans to roll out the next set of inspections and modules to additional business units. Depending on the success ratio of these inspections and the system on the whole, the organization also plans to roll out this system globally as well. Now, not have been possible without some people. And these people are the legendary, ever so helping, easily approachable, and very kind and friendly Resco team who have helped us in this journey. So we would like to take this opportunity to thank the Resco team for this. Lastly, I would also like to thank everyone for taking the time out to listen to our story. Thank you.
So I would like to thank Sognos for making that video for us. It was very much appreciated. And now what I prepared here is just a timeline of how the process can look like. So we could have the manager that creates the maintenance procedures, the maintenance form, and he schedules it in advance. The technician then receives a notification and then follows the step-by-step procedures of the questionnaire. He completes the job and then sends it back to the manager. He would get notified, and then he can then directly analyze the data from wherever he's standing. So what are the immediate benefits that Resco technology can bring to your company? So we can enhance frontline workers' productivity up to 50% and decrease the estimated human error from an estimated 4% to below 1%. And one that I think is the most important is really cutting down the final reporting from days 2 seconds. Now, it's also important to add that we're compatible with any mobile device or wearables and any smart glasses. But digitalization is not only about transforming paper-based process and about time and money. The environment benefits are pretty obvious. One field technician consumes up to 12 sheets of paper per workday. In a company with 50 technicians, this equals to 1.5 ton of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere on a yearly basis. So enough talking for now. I'm going to present you a short demo of an asset maintenance use case. I'm going to connect my iPad. Please bear with me. Screen mirroring. Three, two, seven. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Nicole, please let me know if you see the app or the iPad.
I can, yes.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, perfect. So right now I'm going to be using an iPad. I believe it's a Series 7. And I'm going to click on the Resco mobile CRM. And now I'm signing in. Let me just input my password. Enter. So now I'm signed into the application. And before we get started, maybe I could start off by saying that everything we see here is completely customizable. From the logos to the information that we see on the app, it can be customizable via business unit or roles. Today, I'll be playing the role of a schedule manager, so I'll be assigning some work. And as I'll be assigning some work, I'll be working online. So here's our online, offline button. I'll be working online, so I'll be able to schedule some work. So as a schedule manager, I'll start off my day. I'd want to view some dashboards. So here, these dashboards are completely customizable. We can view up to 16 at a time. Very simply, we could also change the view of how we see the dashboards at the click of a button. And really here we could view KPIs of what's going on the field. Then we have also a calendar function. Now I want to see all the appointments. So here I see all the appointments of basically all my field technicians. I can click on one, see here turbine not responding. And once I do, I can view more information. Now I see that my resource is Luke Olden that's going to be doing this task. And also I see the start time, which is at 12:15. So this is why we don't see any information. The task has not been done yet. Then as I keep going throughout my day, I could also view my assets. So there we go. So let me just explain what's going on here. So on the left side, we have our assets, list from 1 to 20. And on the right side, we have, let's say, 5 tasks that have a frequency. So 5 tasks that we do often on this asset. And we put, let's see, just to give you a little legend of the icons, green means that the task is complete. Orange means that it's a 2-month warning of the task that the task has to be completed. Red is that it's overdue. And the flag means that it's been scheduled and waiting for completion. I can also click on an asset, and when I do, I get more information. I can see whether the troubleshooting that's been done, and I could see here the maintenance plan. Now, if I would click, let's just say on Avanti lift, I would click on it. Now I could view some more information. Here I could see I could change the frequency once, and also if it's per year, per month, per week. And also we have the date of the last completed inspection. Then I could also click on the appointments. And when I do, again, I could view some more information. I could leave some notes. So I know that the lift is working fine. As of May 19, the inspection was complete. So I could just keep track of the work that's going on in the field. I could also view, let's say, the past work permit and see that it's been signed. And now let's just go back to the main page. I can also view accounts. So here are all the accounts. I could click on one. And once I do, I could receive more information. I could see all the activities that have been done on this account. I could leave notes. Also, the person of contact, which I could call or email directly from the application. And also have a map view of seeing where it's located. I could also view my resources. So here is just basically everybody that's on my team. I could also click on them and see all the work that they have done. But right now, what I would like to show you is that in the case of as being a schedule manager, maybe it happens that sometimes unexpected things happen, and we get a call that, let's just say, turbine 7 is malfunctioning, or asset 7, I should say. So then I could click the incident module. Now, once I click onto the incidents module, I have a list of all the incidents that either resolved or active. Now, for the demo, I'll create a new incident. I'll click on the plus sign and name the incident. We'll call it broken shaft. And we could also link into an asset. So we'll say it was for asset 7. I could also add a responsible contact from my contact list. We'll say it's Douglas. We could change the status reason. Also the priority, I would want to make it a high priority. And the type, it's a problem. I could then also leave a note to my technicians, so he doesn't show up there unaware of the problem. So we'll say shaft is broken. And I could save it. Now it's created an appointment. Now I can go back and schedule the incident. So now here, it's our schedule board. So let me just make it bigger. So we have a view right now of the week, but I could also change it to the day. And now I can see all the work that's been assigned to my team. And at the top, we see the broken shaft incident that I just created. And to schedule it, it's very simple. It's a simple click and then just drag and drop to the resource that we want to do the work. Right now, I'm scheduling it for today. Ideally, I would want to schedule it for tomorrow. So I would change to the 21st and then just drag and drop to Magic. And then Magic, basically, he would receive a notification saying that tomorrow he needs to go take care of this incident. Now, when it comes to scheduling the inspections on the assets, it can be, we changed it up a bit. So how it works here is that on the top, we have all the incidents that are 2-month warning or overdue automatically there. And again, same scenario. All we have to do is we click, we drag and drop it, and the work would be scheduled. Now, this is just a view for the schedule manager. Now, I would like to show you how it would look like for an inspector or a field technician. So I'll just switch the app, or let's see the view of the app. Right now I'm the dispatcher. I will go to inspector. I will save and synchronize the application. Now we can see that we have a bit of a different view. We can't schedule assets or anything, but I have everything that I need as a technician to do my work. So I would click my calendar, see all my appointments for today. And now I see over here, I could see all the work that's scheduled for me today. So I will click on, let's say, the turbine malfunctioning. And I could get more view about this work. Then I can go about beginning my work by clicking the plus button here. And when I do, all my questionnaires would show up. I could search for a specific one. But for this one, we'll just say it's a work permit. And now it opens up our questionnaire. So now, once again, here, everything we see here, again, is completely customizable. To build these questionnaires, we use the back office tool. And there we have a very nice questionnaire builder, very easy to use. It's a very simple drag and drop system. And again, everything here completely customizable and able to go about your work offline. We can add some links to these questionnaires that can be accessed offline. And now I'll just move down in the questionnaire. So it's asking me for a work permit number. These can be automatically generated, but here I will just input some numbers. The system already knows that I'm a technician because of the profile I'm on. And it's asking me for what type of work permit that I need. So when I click on the select, I have a multiple choice. So for today, it's going to be a corrective maintenance. Now, when I click corrective maintenance, we see that there's another question that shows up. So we're able to put logic behind their questions. So I will click the type of maintenance, deferred or emergency. This one's going to be an emergency. And we can move on with our questionnaire. So we also support calendars. So the maintenance plan was today. And we can we also support text box. So here it's going to be turbine malfunction. And I could take a picture. I could choose a picture, select a photo. And then it's going to be embedded into the questionnaire. Oh, hold on a second. Choose picture. There we go. Now I could also click on the picture. I could view it. And also I could edit it. Edit image. Now from here, I can draw on it. I could also put some text, crop the picture, and then save it. And it's going to be stored in the questionnaire. Now it's asking for some work requirements. So we could select the machine name. Here it's all of our assets. So we're doing it on asset number 7. It automatically generates a serial code. So it knows the serial code for the asset automatically. And the last service date, we can put it to a year ago today. Now we're also able to store diagrams or documents into these questionnaires that can be accessed completely offline. Now we have an equipment check step. So it's a simple yes/no question. So it's asking me if the equipment's been locked out. Once I answer yes, another question shows up, verify that there's no holes connected. Next, verify plug is removed. Next. Now, as these are security questions, there's two things that we could do. We could also add, let's say, an image after every question. So take a picture of the lock when it's locked out, so on and so forth, or make it like as if these questions are locked. So you can move on. You can't move on in the questionnaire if these questions are not answered. So let's move on. Here we have a tagged image functionality. So I will take a picture. Oh, hold on a second. Choose a picture. Again, we'll go with the turbine. Save. Then I could edit it again. And in here, we have basically, it's called the tagged image functionality. So we have some, I guess, predetermined questions. And we could really just drag and drop it onto the picture and answer the questions, which at the end, when you complete your report, it's going to show up in the final reporting. Now here are some security checks, just to show you that the questions can look differently. Now here, they're color-coded, green to red. It makes it visually appealing. And here we have an interesting question. It's an atmosphere check. So when I click yes, it's asking me for the percentage of oxygen and hydrogen. And we see at the bottom that it must be higher than 50%. So we put some rules behind this question that if I would put 49, it would show up in red. And if it would be higher than 50, it would show up in green. Now, for the sake, I'll put 60, and we passed the oxygen level check. Now here again, simple yes, no. And then here we have a document stored inside the questionnaire. If I would click on it, it would load up a health and safety manual, and we could see it's pretty lengthy. It's about 275 pages, as we can see. So these could be stored into the questionnaire, accessed offline for your technicians. Now here we have the inspection results. So we see it says 80% and it's a pass. So what we've done is that we added the scoring to this group of questions. So depending on how it was answered, the score would change. So if I were to put here yes, we can scroll back down and we see that it's 100% pass. Now that my work has been completed, I can sign it off. Save it. And then from here, I can send for approval or complete it with a report. Now, just for the sake of the demo, I have the manager approval right at the bottom, and I will sign it off, save it. We also have some timestamps here. So we know that this one's been set at 11:34, and also when the manager signed it back. It's the same time, but we get the message. Now, when I click complete it with a report, the system automatically generates a PDF file. Now, these reports can be completely customizable to to replicate how your reporting looks like. So it can be completely customized via the back office. And as you can see here at the bottom, we have our signatures from the technician and the manager. Save and close. Now that I have completed it, I could just complete the appointment, and we see that it's been completed. Now, this is just, we'll say, how one process could look like. It can be very different depending on your process and how the company goes about gathering data. But I would be very happy to leave it now for some questions that I could answer.
Great. Thanks, Giuseppe. We do have a couple questions here, so we'll get started. And if anyone else in the audience has some questions, we'll get to as many as we can. First question we have is, how long does it usually take to set up and launch your solution?
Well, it really depends on requirements. Like in the case of MHI Vestas, it took them 2 weeks, but we've seen more complicated projects reach up to 3 months.
Great. And the next question we have is, all right, push here. How is Resco doing their data acquisition of wind assets? How are you gathering all this data and images?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Well, using, let's say, our application and, let's say, the reporting, we can gather all the information needed and images, which would then be sent to the cloud, and managers can view it from either the application or from the back office tool, where you can view all the reports that have been done in the past or today.
Great. Next question is, how does the offline mobility work? Is the data stored locally? Are some of the functionalities limited?
Okay, so when it comes to the offline functionality, the way it works is that basically in the morning when a technician, before starting his work, he would synchronize the application, receive all the information needed to go about his work for the day. And all the information would be stored inside the device. And yeah, that's pretty much how it's stored for the offline mobility.
Great, thanks, Giuseppe. The next question we have here is inspection system for Resco can be applied to logout, tagout system when doing maintenance until restart up of a plant?
The inspection system, well, yes, we can. Well, with a bit of work from Woodford, which is our customization tool, we can apply these rules. Also, we have a module called Resco Routes, where we can locate basically all the mobile devices. So if, let's just say, once they enter in an area, that you would get notified, and once they would leave, you would get notified again.
Great. Next question is there a data model table related to the questionnaire so it can be analyzed later? Yes.
When it comes to the dashboards, you can customize them to, let's say, view the answers of certain questions. Again, these are all done. This is done in the back office, but yes, it can.
Great. Next question is, what mobile systems are supported and available? Example, iOS, Android, and MS Windows Mobile.
So right now we're supported by iOS, Android, and Windows. I'm not sure about the Windows Mobile, but I'd be more than happy to get back to you once I speak with my product consultant.
Great.
I don't think we have any more questions, but I mean, before we end it off, I would just, I guess, like to thank everybody for taking the time to be here and listen to my webinar. And if you guys are interested in learning more about the Resco solution, please answer the poll, and myself or my team would be happy to get in touch with you and sit down and really discuss how we can help each other out. So.
Great. We do have another question here, Giuseppe, so we'll put that through, which is, can signature be code PIN protected?
It's a good question. I'm not sure though. I will get back to you with an answer from my product team though. It's a very good question.
All right. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much, Giuseppe, for your very interesting and informative webinar and demo of the product. For those in the audience, if you want to listen again, this webinar will be available on demand shortly. And finally, thank you to you, wherever you are, for taking the time to listen in on today's webinar. Remember to check out more of our upcoming and on-demand webinars at oilandgasiq.com. And again, thank you so much, Giuseppe, for your time this morning.
Thank you, Nicole.